Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Fifth Black Lights, we take a look at this. And what this is from Beer Nuts, it is the Habanero Bar Mix. The heat is on in this fiery hot Habanero mix of peanuts, corn sticks, and insane grain. So insane grain I have done separately. That's basically these little corn nut things. There was another bar mix I did. They were just calling it, I think, hot at the time. And they had some of the same components. It might be, honestly, the exact same thing. I don't know. I saw this when wandering around World Market. And I said, well, I don't recall having done that. And so I looked and I hadn't. So we've got fiery hot peanuts. Why are these fiery? Let's see. Let's see if we can find any heat. We have natural flavor. I don't think that is. I mean, I suppose it could be. I suppose it could be like a possibly. Oh wait, fiery hot seasoning. I just have it as random spices. So it could be maybe an extract. I kind of doubt it though. Habanero roasted corn, which is the insane grain. And so where's habanero showing up here? Why are we calling it habanero roasted corn? Where is the actual habanero part of that? Am I blind? Oh wait, there it is, including habanero. So the fiery hot corn sticks, again, I think we're dealing with the same as the fiery hot peanuts. Where there might be an extract, but I kind of doubt it. And we have Habanero Jack corn sticks. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is different than the other one, as I recall. That video is still, of course, in the playlist if you want to see it. Blue cheese and Monterey Jack. And where is the habanero part of this? Why can't I find it? Habanero Jack corn sticks. Okay, where? Where's the word habanero here? I don't see it here anywhere. Maybe it's in the vague spices part of this. I don't know. I find, one of the things I've noticed a lot is that habanero gets used, I think, more than any other pepper, just for pure marketing. Pure marketing nonsense. Pure marketing drivel. That is the case here as well. Oh man, I hate this bag. So they had the rip thing, but then they still have the seal. Annoying. Oh wow, so annoying. Oh, no, there. Okay. Okay, and here, this is, I don't remember it being this color. Let me just grab some, I'll show you here. Uh-oh, this looks like the fiery everything here. So are these the Jack, corn sticks? So there's fiery hot corn sticks, and then there's the fiery Jack corn sticks. Is that these? They're the straight ones? Okay, the straight ones are fiery Jack, and the sort of curved ones are the fiery. Got it. All right. Well, let's get a white point. I don't remember the other ones being particularly hot. I do have higher hopes for these. Okay, here's kind of what. So you can see we've got the annoying. Okay, so these are obnoxious. These are unfortunate. All right, let me just close in on these. Okay, so we got the peanuts right here. This is the fiery sticks as opposed to the habanero jack sticks. And then we've got these little tiny things here, the corn nuts, the insane grain things. Okay, I don't want this all over my hands, so let me grab this. Here's what we're gonna do. All right. We are going to, well, let me get a baseline on these first. So here we go. You say stale. Why did you say stale? Is there a... Says these are good till 5 months from when I'm building this. Well, we definitely have a certain degree of the obnoxious, fiery or flaming sort of flavoring. And there's there's a little bit of heat here as well. A little bit of heat. Not crazy. There is a, I'd say it's a good default one for sure. We're gonna go for a burn though and see if we can get more. One of the biggest issues I'm finding with this and I really wish they would have had smaller bags. But these peanuts have almost no flavoring on them. It's supposed to be fiery hot, but that stuff is clearly not sticking to the peanuts. They honestly kind of taste like unsalted peanuts. Too bad. What I feel that they should have done here, I would have made these infinitely better. Is to put in like a hot honey roasted peanut. 100% better if they do that. These peanuts still have this kind of red skin on them. And I think it's defying the coating. I mean, they're a little super distracting. I'm gonna try these habanero. Not that one. I'm gonna try these habanero jack sticks by themselves. I mean, get a little flush here. Okay. The habanero jack sticks, very good. Not very hot, but very nice. A little bit of a zippy cheese flavor to them. They are stale though. They're definitely better than the fiery hot ones, which are actually kind of dominating this mix so far. The Flamin' Hot is a pretty overpowering flavor system. Yet another reason I don't like it. Let me do this. Let me just try. Well, I already did. You know what? I don't need to do that. I already did insane grain by itself. The peanuts are plain. And you have a bunch of them like this. You know, the idea of having this at a bar or tavern is just sure if you want the red shell over everything. There's a little bit of fiber here. That's probably good. This is a 2-pound bag. How lucky am I? I am going to try to get some dried fruit or something and mix into this. Maybe some nice dry dates. That'd be good. I'll try to find some of them. I got to eat more of it as is first, but still have enough room to mix it. But golden raisins, maybe. I don't really like raisins, but dates should be pretty good. Dates should be really good in there. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be habaneros just there for marketing. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little extract here. These, the rest of the flavors are definitely enough to kind of dial back the Flamin' Hot awful flavoring system a little bit. Or fiery hot, I guess they call it here. And the peanuts not being coated definitely helped that. So overall, it's not as egregious. I give it a good solid default 1. It does strike me as slightly hotter than the Flamin' Hot, whatever's out there, the chips and Cheetos and all that stuff. It is similar to that flavor, but to me, this is a little bit better. It's got a wider variety of other flavors, especially on the aftertaste side of it. Again, this is a snack though that is not without some issue, and one of those issues is this is a like the Flamin' Hot in general is just a very messy snack. The other part is that it's there's I hope that all the other ones aren't stale also. and that these are stale is kind of not great. Also, like regular beer nuts are like kind of a sweet and salty thing. Why would you ever go away from that? Like hot honey roasted peanuts would have been just a marvel here. And I mean, I'm gonna sit and screw around with this to try to get it less. It is a bit one note. I want to try to get it, you know, with the dates and stuff in there to kind of be a little less what it is. It's well, I wouldn't get it again. I guess is how I put it. I don't recall the other one enough to recall whether I liked it or not, or to what extent. This one, I like it well enough that I'll probably finish this. I mean, I got 2 pounds of this shit. I got plenty to experiment with. But I don't see how this is anything I would ever get again. And beer nuts, more power to them. They keep, is it the same company? I think it's the same company. They keep slugging along, but the flavors that I see them coming up with, it's like, we got to kind of think this through a little bit more. The wasabi one, I did see out there as well. That one, I don't like fake wasabi, so I'm not going to do that one. But I think they had potential here, and I don't think this is what I would say is living up to it from a flavor perspective. But like I said, it's a good default one for eat as far as that goes. So just those little sort of snack things when they're stale are not very pleasant. The little sticks. And unfortunately, I think all of them in here are pretty close to that. So definitely mars things a little bit. And I mean, it's sure, I guess you just throw it in bars and, you know, people are half sloshed, so who gives a shit? But maybe that's a condition you have to be in. I don't know. So, yeah, I'll give it a default one for heat, and flavor-wise, honestly, and texture-wise in particular, it needs a bit of work. Needs a bit of work, and we'll just leave it right there. So that was the Beer Nuts Habanero Bar Mix. Now go full in peace to serve the flame.